This conference will now be recorded.
So subnet and net mask. Just give me a second. I can give you a document where you can read about netmask, and let me see if I do have a subnet. Okay, let me briefly tell about it, and then I can paste the link for that where you can read more about. So subnet and netmask is like it has been used widely in the same context, and when we talk about netmask, it's going to refer about the class of the IP. There are different class of the IP, class A, class B, class C. Class C does have a range of IPs, class B does have the range of IPs, and class A also does have the range of IPs. So when we say about netmask, it means like we're referring to classes of the IPs. And when we say about subnet, it means like for which class we are going to, when we say subnet, by identifying a particular subnet, we are going to say that that subnet is going to allow how much number of IPs. So, and of which class? Let's say if you are going 255, 255, as a subnet. So that means that that is going to allow all of the IPs of class C. That's what the meaning of. So subnet is going to tell you like for a particular subnet, what could be the range of IP. And for a particular netmask, it's a class of IPs. It's referred to class of IPs. So I'm giving you a link where you can read about how to calculate it and how to go ahead with how to get to know about what could be the number of IPs there for a particular subnet. You're welcome. Anyone has any other doubts?
Hello, sir.
Yes, Aditya.
Sir, yesterday you told us in Red Hat customer portal. I have logged in,
Yeah.
sir, but I didn't get any basic configuration options, sir. I sent a screenshot for you, sir.
Yes,
Um,
I was here to look at the mail. Let me open the mail right away.
I'm confused with that option, sir. So which one to select?
Give me a second. I'm just checking the Google account. I mean the mail account. I do see lots of. Oh, sorry. I'm logging into the document account. So I created a portal. You have logged into that.
Yeah, sir, I'll share my screen, sir.
Uh, can you before sharing? Can you try? Have you copied that link? Whatever I have shared you.
Yes, yes, sir. Through that link only I got that photo, sir.
Mm, Can you paste that link in the chat box before you try? I wanted to try again because I didn't have that link. That's widely available, and that's why I use it. I didn't save it. Just paste it in the chat box. I have logged in today, and I'm able to see that it's asking for active subscription. It seems yesterday it was not asking. Let me go ahead and try the same thing again. How I have reached there. Give me some time. It's a bit strange. In my one browser, it's allowing me, and in another browser, it's not allowing me. And login ID seems to be same for both. Okay, let me share my screen. You're able to see the screen, right? Set to come.
Yes, sir.
So in this, you can see that uh, here I'm able to see that I have reached here from after logging into the portal, and it's giving me all this, correct? Okay, let me download this. It's the config file, CFG file, and here I have another window. I'm going to copy the same thing, and it's redirecting me here. For this user, they're not allowing. So you can see that I do have the same user here, but I have logged it from the different profile here, and this is a different profile, but the user logged in is same. It's only one. It's my username only. and here I'm able to see, and there it's not visible at all. So I'll try to look what is the problem. Start converter. Let me see here I'm able to put it on. Hmm. Okay, I will look into this again, maybe tomorrow as well, or maybe today whenever I'll have some time. That why it's showing in one browser and what it's actually it's asking for somewhat subscription in another window, but I'm not sure that why it's asking, and in one window why it's not asking. Okay, I'll look into this. Somebody asked, Aditya asked, what is X server? I got an error message, cannot open this because no X server is running. X server is an interface uh, which enables and links several display features and provide you a display which gives you several display features with Genome and KDE and XFCE different GUI versions. So if you are going to install non-GUI version, then X server will not install. Somewhere it is referred as X11, I believe, X11 as well. So X11 is a intermediary interface in between your what to say, in between your system and the and the GUI interface, whatever you are going to use to bring that up and running and show the display. So we have not talked about it. You can give a try installing different desktop version, and I can tell you when you are going to change when you are going to log in at the login window, you can have the option for changing your display from Genome to XFCE or Genome to KDE, like that. I hope that replies at some extent, Aditya. This would You might be encountering this issue if you are trying to open any GUI application from the terminal, or maybe from the directly console itself. If you are trying to open something, at that time you may encounter, because you don't have anything running as an X server or X11 server there. Okay, so do you have anything, Kangesh? Any question? I did by FTP. What does it mean? I didn't get. By FTP means? Okay, okay. There are several methods you can do. You can use FTP, you can use pen drive, you can use CD, just to boot. You can use TFTP boot as well if you want. So there are several things. It's strange to see that about Red Hat portal. I'm just checking out something. Let's include it. Okay, so let me share the screen and give a try. If that works, I'm not sure if that works or not, because it's regarding the PAM application. So Okay, try first pass. What is after that? Oh, it's okay. So this is the line. Where's my cursor? Okay. So this is the line where we are going to. These are all the arguments which it has to take. I'm talking about this one. And let's say if I want to remember last 5 password, sorry, I want to remember last 5 passwords, so that whenever any person changes, it should not change that. Remember equals to 5. I can use password root. Okay, I have changed once. It's authenticating successfully without anything. Let me check if this is for changing this password through terminal or through GUI. Because I am in doubt, it doesn't give the crack link. Sufficient, required, requisite, quality. Let me add one more line for that. It's started giving warning, but it's not preventing me to do that. I think I'm missing some of the arguments. Probably maybe I will give a try. I'll look into this again. What are arguments I am missing? Hmm. Okay, so for today, let me give you an example for FTP. How to set up an FTP server rather than this. I'll once again look into this. Like what are all the arguments? There are several things. So which are all I'm missing? I need to look into that. And why it's not working. I'll like look into those, or I'll look into both. So generally FTP is a file transfer protocol, and for that we are going to use VSFTPD, and VSFTPD stands for Very Secure FTP Daemon. It's an easy software to set up and to use. Why I'm saying this, FTP server is like you may require to use your FTP server, or you may require to set up an FTP server since sharing might not be possible immediately. So for that, you are going to do yum install vsftpt. I'm going to install. After it's got installed successfully, systemctl start vsftpt, and then enable vsftpt. After that, I need to enable this service from the firewall. It uses 21 port and TCP protocol, so we can add that, and then adding this we can add as a service also, and then we can simply reload this firewall rule so that it can get applied. After this, we have enabled the FTP protocol, FTP, so that whatever all incoming connection comes here, we will be able to pass it to the FTP daemon, VSFTPD daemon, whatever is running. So now let's change the file, config file, and make the anonymous enable. To know, if you want to enable, yes, you can do that. So chroot enable gives you the login through the user into their home folder. So that is what I'm doing it here. Chroot list, yeah, that's it, I think. Or chroot. This one also I was required to use. These are all the default settings which is expected for you to turn on and off as you can use it. And then you can restart your service. After that, you can add a temporary user. I am adding this test user into the user list file so that VSFTP knows which user to log in. Okay, leave creating separate directory for that. Now we wanted to log in. I need to let me see FTP client we do have or not. We don't have. Connected to localhost name